Hello and welcome to Aditya classes where we are practicing questions on game theory these days. We are practicing games having dominance in them, which are not being reduced to 2 by 2, and we are trying to reduce them using dominance. So in last lecture we saw a couple of questions. Today again let us try a couple more questions. So I'll put up the question over here and then we'll see what we can do about it. You should always remember that the first thing that when you get a question should be that you check for stability. I'll use another color. You should immediately check for stability. 3, 2, 4, 0. 3, 2, 4 and 0. Then I have a 3, 4, 2, 4. Immediately check for stability. If there is stability, if you have a saddle point, it is wonderful. The game is solved. If you do not have a stability, if you do not have a saddle point, then the game needs to be reduced to 2 by 2 using dominance. Dominance can be pure or mixed. In last lecture we saw two questions where there was pure dominance. Let us proceed further today and we'll see if we have mixed kind of dominance today. Now, first thing is check for stability. What is stability? B takes minimax and A takes maximin. Minimax is minimum from maximums. Minimum from maximums. So I need to pull out maximums. Maximum, maximum, maximum. Now minimum could be any of these. Minimax. Any of these could be my choice. Maximum, 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 maximum and minimum. And here we need maximin. Maximum from minimums. Minimum, 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 minimum and maximum. So these 4s are pointing at different 4s, but for row player 2 is the best one. These are not overlapping, which means that we do not have a saddle point. If you do not have a saddle point, what you need to do is you need to reduce this to 2 by 2. We'll be reducing this to 2 by 2 using dominance. Fine. Let us go ahead and look for dominance. How do we look for dominance? We'll compare two strategies, row wise, column wise. When we are comparing rows, the largest strategy is selected. While comparing the columns, smaller strategy is selected. Why smaller? Because it is a loss and I want small loss. For column player, it is a loss matrix. Now, A1 against A2, 3, 3. I'll keep my opinion reserved. I'll not jump to this 3 or second 3. I'll keep my opinion reserved. 2, 4. I'll go with 4 definitely because I'm comparing columns. 4, 2. I'm going with this 4. So dominance cannot be reached because in one case I'm taking A2, another case I'm taking A1. There is no case of dominance. A1, A2, there is no dominance. Next, let us compare A1, A3. 3 against 4, I'll go with 4. 2 against 2. Now, I can go with either first 2 or second 2. I'll stick with this one. Because if things work out properly, A3 might dominate A1. So this time between these two, I am not staying neutral. I am making a choice. Which choice I am making? Where my remaining values are coming. So I had a 4 over here. From these 2s, I picked this 2. From 4 and 4, again I have a choice. I'll pick this 4. Because everything is now concentrating on one side. From 0 and 0, I'll pick this 0. And the decision is that A3 has dominated A1 because in all 4 cases I have selected A3 instead of A1. So what can I write? A3 has dominated A1. A1 is out of consideration. Now A1 is out, so we'll start comparing A2 against others. Because A1 is out, we'll compare A2 against others. A2 against A3. 3 versus 4, 4 is better. 4 versus 2, 4 is better. So at times I am taking A3, at times I am taking A2. No conclusion reached. So A2, A3, there is no dominance at least. Let us compare A2 with A4. 3, 0, I'll go with 3. For 4, 4, now I'll go with that 4. So that it becomes 2 in one direction. 2, 0 obviously is going here. But 4, 8 is coming here. So in 3 cases, A2 won the game. But in last case, A4 has dominated A2. So the solution is that there is no dominance in this case also. So A2 has played against A3, A2 has played against A4. No decision. Let us compare A3 against A4. A3 against A4. This 4 looks good. This 4 looks good. Dominance is broken. Why broken? Because in one case I am taking A3, in another case I am taking A4. So there is no dominance. So as far as row dominance was concerned, only one instance has come up wherein A3 has dominated A1. Now let us move to column dominance. Column dominance, I'll compare B1 against B2. B1 against B2. 3 and 4. 3 is better because it is smaller value. 4 and 2. 2 is better. Again there is no dominance. So in B1 and B2 there is no dominance. When I talk of B1 and B3, B1, B2 there is no dominance. So let us compare B1 with B3. B1, B3, 3 against 2. 2 is better. 4 against 4. I'll stick with this 4. Who knows? All values might come in direction of B3. 0 against 0. I'll stick with this 0. So what has happened? All values of B3 have been selected as compared to B1. 3, 2, 2 is obviously better. In 4, 4 I had a choice, I picked that 4. In 0, 0 I had a choice, I picked that 0. So the result is that B3 has dominated B1. B1 is out. We started with a game of 4 by 4. We are at least down to 3 by 3. Let us compare further. B2 against B3. 4 against 2, 2 is better. 2 against 4, 2 is better. So in one case I am comparing B2 and B3. In one case I am taking B3, in another case I am taking B2. So no dominance as far as B2, B3 are concerned. What about B2, B4? 4 against 4, I'll keep my opinion reserved. 2, 0, I'll go with 0. 4, 8, I'll have to come with 4. So here you could go either ways, but in A3, when I was comparing B2, B4, 0 was better, B2, B4, 4 was better. At times I am taking B2, at times I am taking B4. So this game cannot be reduced further. Row dominance is done, column dominance is done. What I said, I'll continue with row, column, row, column, row, column, so long as no further dominance is available. So I checked rows, I've checked columns. Let me check rows once again. A2 against A3. If I compare A2 against A3, 4 is better. This 4 is better. So A2, A3, still no solution. Let me compare A2, A4. 4, I could go either ways. 2, 0, I'm sticking with 2. 4, 8, I'm sticking with 8. So A2, A4, again there is no dominance. What about A3, A4? This 4 and this 4. A3, A4. 4 is better. 4, 0, 4 is better. So in A3, A4 also there are no dominances. So as far as pure dominance is concerned, the 4 by 4 game has come down to 3 by 3. Now I need to look for mixed dominance. How do we go about mixed dominance? Now our game has reduced to 3 by 3. What are the values? 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 0, 4, 0 and 8. B1 is out. B1 is out. B2, B3, B4. A1 is out. A2, A3, A4. Fine. So 4 by 4 has come down to 3 by 3. Further dominance is not possible through pure dominance. Now I'll look for average or mixed dominance. Let me compare A2, A3 against A4. A2, A3 combined against A4. A2, A3 combined. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 4 plus 0 is 4 divided by 2 is 2. I have a 4, 0, 8 from A4. Among these two, 4 is better. Among these two, 3 is better. No dominance. So A2, A3 against A4, no dominance. Now let me combine A2, A4 against A3. A2, A4 against A3. A2, A4, 4 and 4. 4 and 4 is 8, average would be 4. 2 plus 0, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 plus 8 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. And what is coming from A3? It is 2, 4 and 0. From 4, 2, I will take 4. From 1, 4, I will take 4. Again, no dominance. So, A2, A3 against A4, no dominance. A2, A4 against A3, no dominance. So, A2 has paired with both. A2 has paired with A3, A2 has paired with A4. Next, A3 will pair with A4. A3 will pair with A4. Let us make it here itself. A3 will pair with A4 and battle it out against A2. A3 with A4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 4 plus 0 is 4 divided by 2 is 2. Averages are these 4 to 4, then we have 4 to 4. From this 3 and 4, I will take this 4. From 2, I will take this 2 from 4. Now, in these 2 and 4, I had an option and I picked these ones. In this case, clearly this was greater than. So, A2 has dominated A3 and A4. Remember, in row comparison, larger row dominates the smaller row. But in mixed dominance, larger row will dominate the smaller row. But it is only accepted when a team defeats a single team, a single strategy. A team defeats a single strategy. If A3, A4 had dominated A2, it would have been dominance. But because A2 has in fact beaten A3, A4, it will not be considered as dominance. It looks like dominance. It looks like dominance, but we will not consider it as dominance because a group, an average should dominate the single team. A single team dominating average is not considered to be dominance. So, although it looks like a case of dominance, it is not considered to be dominance. So, rows have given me nothing. Now, let me move to columns. Let me compare columns. B2, B3. B2 and B3 against B4. Combine B2, B3 against B4. 4 plus 2 would be 6 divided by 2, 3. 4 plus 2 would be 6, average would be 3. 4 plus 0 would be 4, average would be 2. There I have a 4, 0, 8. Smaller values, smaller value, smaller value, no dominance. At times average is winning, at times single value is winning. Then B2, B3 combination did not work. Let us combine B2 and B4. B2, B4. Now, if B2, B4 will combine, they'll play it against B3. B2, B4 is 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2 plus 0 is 2. Divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided. Then I have a 2, 4, 0. 2, 4 and 0. This is smaller value. This is smaller value. This is smaller value. Again, I do not have any kind of dominance. So, B2 with B3 was no dominance, B2 with B4 was no dominance. Let us combine B3 and B4. Let us see if something happens. B3 with B4 against B2. B3 with B4. 4 plus 2 would be a 6, making it 3. 4 plus 0 would be 4, making it 2. 8 plus 0 would be 8, making it 4. And values of B2 are 4 to 4. 4 and 3. Smaller value because I am comparing columns, that is why I am going with smaller values. Smaller value 2 and 2, I will prefer this 2. 4 and 4, I will prefer this 4. This time what has happened? An average score has dominated single strategy. Average has dominated single. This is very much a case of dominance. Here what happened? The single strategy dominated average. So I did not consider it as dominance. This time it is a dominance. What is this? B3, B4 has dominated B2. So all I can write down over here is B3, B4 have dominated B3, B4 have dominated B2. This is reduced. Now what is my game? What does my game reduce to? This is gone. I'm left with 2, 4, 4, 0 and 0, 8. We have only B3 and B4. Here I have A2, A3, A4. Now remember what I said. I'll continue with rows, columns, rows, columns, rows, columns. I checked rows, A3 dominated A1. I checked columns, B3 dominated B1. Then again I checked rows and columns, nothing came out. So I left this and I moved to average dominance. In average dominance, I checked rows, nothing came out. I checked columns, average dominance. One strategy got dominated. My game got reduced. Rows, columns, rows, columns. Again, let me go to rows. Again, let me go to rows. 2 and 4, 4 is better. 4 and 0, 4 is better. So, no dominance. I'm comparing A2 against A3. I'm comparing rows. So, no dominance. When I compare A2 against A4, 2 and 0, 2 is better. 4 and 8, 8 is better. So, again, no dominance. When I compare A3 and A4, 4, 0, 4 is better. 0 and 8, 8 is better. Remember, I'm comparing rows. I'm saying rows. In rows, we take larger value. So, no pure dominance is there. Let me move to average dominance. In average dominance, what do? We'll compare A2, A3 combined against A4. A2, A3 combined. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 4 plus 0 is 4. Divided by 2 is 2. 0 and 8. In first case, 3 against 0. This is one team. This is another team. Their scores 3-0, 3 wins, 2-8, no dominance. A2, A3, no dominance. Let me check. A2, A4 against A3. A2, A3 was not able to dominate. Now let me check A2, A4 together. 2 plus 0 is 2 divided by 2. 8 plus 4 is 12 divided by 4. 4 and 0. When I compare first team against second team, 4 is better, 6 is better, again no dominance. So A2 with A3 was no dominance, A2 with A4 has not been able to dominate. Let us check up. A3 with A4 against A2. A3 with A4 would be 2, 4 plus 0 is 4 divided by 2, 0 plus 8 is 8 divided by 2 is 4. A2 is bringing scores of 2 and 4. A3 and A3, A4 together against A2. 2 and 2, I'm not sure where should I go. 4 and 4, I'm not sure where should I go. Now, if I take this 2, because from these two I can take either one. If I take this 4, what has happened? An average has dominated single player. You could have picked this 2 and 4 also. That would also have been visibly a dominance, but practically it would not have been a dominance. So what I did was, instead of selecting these 2 and 4, I went with the previous 2 and 4, making it A3. Now what can I say for this? A3, A4 has dominated A2. A2 is also out. A2 is also out, and incidentally my game is down to 2 by 2. Can I go ahead and solve this? Make these blocks and give them some numbers. 1. This is my second block. Now can we solve it? It is a 2 by 2 game. Let me solve it. 4 0 0 8. We have B3, B4, A3, A4. If you take odds, difference of 2, 4 0 difference would be 4, 8 0 difference would be 4, 8 0 difference would be 8. Sum is 12 for all. Strategy for A would be A1, A2 are missing. A1 gone, A2 gone. A3 is 8 by 12 and 4 by 12. What about strategy for B? B1, B2 gone. Where gone? B1 was gone in pure dominance, B2 was gone in average dominance. So B1 and B2 are gone, as we can see from here also. B1, B2 is done. B3 is 8 by 12, B4 is 4 by 12. These are strategies for A and B. What about value? You can pick from here 8 by 12 into 8 by 12 multiplied by 0, 8 by 12 multiplied by 0, 4 by 12 multiplied by 8, 4 by 12 multiplied by 8, making it, this is 0, you get 32 by, this is my solution. So a game of 4 by 4 got reduced to 3 by 3 using pure dominance. Further, after one round of row comparison, average dominance in rows, nothing came out. Average dominance of columns, in last case I got one solution. Average dominance of rows, average dominance of columns. But because one column was removed, I again jumped to average dominance of rows. And this time I saw, again in last case, I got one more row dominated, which brought my game down to 2 by 2. So this was our first question for the day. Now we'll take a simple question. This one was a case of average dominance. We'll take a small simple question, which probably should get solved using pure dominance itself. The question goes like this: 2, 2, 1. You can write this down in your copy and try yourself. You can pause the video. You can solve it yourselves. Wherever you have doubt, we can come back and tally it with the solution. 5, 1, 2, 3, 3. This is our question. Our strategies, let's say they are A1, A2 and A3, B1, B2 and B3 and B4 and B5. First step is look for stability. As soon as you get a game, look for stability. Because if you find stability, nothing like it. No need to go through all this pain. Look for stability. How do we look for stability? B looks for minimax, minimum from maximums. Maximum, 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 maximum. And these are the minimums. Anybody could be the winner. Maximum, 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 minimum. Now, minimum, 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 maximum. Now here we were pointing to different 3's, but here I am pointing to 1. So this game is not a stable game. I need to look for dominance. How do we look for dominance? Let me compare A1 against A2. 2, 4, 4 is better. 2, 3, 3 is better. 1, 4, 4 is better. -2 and -2, I'll go with this one because everywhere A2 was winning. I had a choice, I went with this one. -3 and 0, this 0 is better. Such a beautiful situation. A2 has dominated A1. In our very first comparison itself, A2 has dominated. You see 2, 4, 4 is better, 3 is better, 4 is better, 2 is better, 0 is better. So A2 has dominated A1. A1 is out of further calculations. You need not compare A2 against A3. Still you can check. We are just checking for practice. Otherwise it is not required because we are down to 2 by 2. Ultimately we need 2 by 2. So we already have 2 rows. So need not worry. But in any case we can check. This 5 is better, this 3 is better. In 4, 5, 5 is better. In 3, 1, 3 is better. So dominance is broken. Here I am selecting A3, here I am selecting A2. So dominance is a gone case. Okay, let us compare columns. If I compare B1 against B2, in 4, 3, which is better? 3 is better. In column comparison, smaller is better. 5, 1, 1 is better. So what can I say? B2 is always better as compared to B1. So I can say B2 has dominated B1. This is a good question. We are getting a lot of dominance. Then B2 against B3. In 3, 4, 3 is better. In 1, 2, 1 is better. B2 looks like being a very good player. B2 has dominated this time B3. B2 looks like being a good strategy, not player, sorry, strategy. Player is B and these are strategies. So B2 strategies looks like being very good. It is dominating B1 and B3. It has dominated. Next is B2 against B4. In 3, -2, -2 is better. In 1 and 3, 1 is smaller. Need to pick smaller. So B2, B4, we don't get any decision. No issues. We'll go to B2, B5. 3, 0, 0 is better, smaller value. 1, 3, 1 is better. So this is it. B2 could defeat B1 and B3 but cannot do anything about B4 and B5. So B1 is out. B2 has been compared to B3, B4, B5. B3 is out. B1 out. B2 compared to remaining. B3 out. So last comparison would be B4 and B5. In -2 and 0, B4 against B5. -2 is better because it is smaller. From these 3s, I'll take this 3. Thereby saying that B4 has dominated B5. So now can I say that my game has reduced to 3 and -2, 1 and 3. 3 and -2, B2 and B4. B2 and B4. Here I have A2 and A3. We can solve it using augment method. Difference of these two is 5. Difference of these two is 2. Difference of these two is 2. Difference of these two is 5. Sum is 5 plus 2, 7. 5 plus 2, 7. It is same. So we can just go ahead and divide them. What about strategy for A? I'll use some other color. What will be strategy for A? A1 is gone. We had a game of 3 by 5. A1 is gone. A2, A3. A2, A3 is this strategy. 2 by 7 and 5 by 7. As far as B is concerned, 1 is gone. 1 is gone. B2 is 5 by 7. 3 is again gone. 4 is 2 by 7. 5 is again gone. So I have strategy for A, I have strategy for B, and finally I can have value. From where do we get value? Let us say this combination. We have discussed that the value remains same irrespective of what combination you are taking. You can combine these two, or you can combine these two, or you could combine these two, or you could combine these two. Some product of any of the odds multiplied by payoffs. So I am taking these simplest one, easier one, closest ones. 2 by 7 into -2, 5 by 7 multiplied by 3, making it -4 by 7 plus 15 by 7, making it 11 by 7. I hope all these calculations are correct. If I have missed some numbers, I have written them wrongly, probably you can take care. Hopefully I have not done anything wrong, but you can check. You can solve it by yourselves and you can check. So this was our question 1 for the day, and this was our question 2 for the day. Question 1 took the root of mixed dominance. Question 2 clearly dominated A2, dominated A1, B2 dominated B1, B2 dominated B3, B4 dominated B5. We came down to 2 by 2. We had our ornament method. We solved this. So this was it for our dominance part. Now next time when we meet, we'll take up some formulation questions. Now this was a case where directly the payoffs were given and we could go ahead and solve them. Now we'll take up certain questions where a formulation is required. So some theory question will be given and we need to formulate it first and then we'll solve it. Getting the point? The game will not be given in this kind. The game will be given in a paragraph as it was given in linear programming. So we need to convert it into a formulation and then we'll solve the game. And we'll solve a couple of questions of that kind and remaining I'll put up in Telegram. So Telegram group link is also in the description box. It was also flashing over here. So you can join that Telegram group. I'll solve a couple of questions of that kind over here and leave the remaining questions in Telegram group. You can get those questions from there. You can try to solve them. If you are not able to solve them, we'll check their formulation over here. So this was it for our today's lecture. And until we meet next time, do take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.